All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle one of the most difficult, most soul-crushing parts of any journey to success. It's not the excitement of the start, and it's definitely not the glory of the finish line. Nope, it's that long, brutal middle. Today, we're talking about mastering the lag.
And it hits home, doesn't it? This is the absolute core of the problem. You know the feeling. You put in the work, you change your habits, you start acting like the person you want to become, and what happens? Crickets. The world just doesn't seem to notice. There's no applause, no reward, and that gap, that lag between your actions and the results, that's where most dreams go to die.
I actually have a name for this brutal middle period. I call it the Rocky cutscene. It's that long, drawn-out saga where you are working your absolute tail off for what feels like an eternity with absolutely nothing to show for it.
And this right here just perfectly highlights the massive disconnect between our expectations and reality. I mean, movies give us this awesome 5-minute training montage with an epic soundtrack, but real life? Yeah, that's more like a 5 to 10-year journey. There's no instant transformation, just slow, invisible progress. And the hardest part? There is no applause. No one is cheering you on during the grind.
So why does this happen? Why is there such a massive time delay between when you start behaving like a winner and when society finally decides to call you one? Well, it all comes down to a really fundamental principle of how success actually works. Here's the crucial point you have to get. Success is not a straight line. It's a geometric explosion. You have to spend a huge amount of time laying the groundwork, building up that momentum, putting in the reps over and over. And for the longest time, it feels like nothing is happening. Until, all of a sudden, it feels like everything is happening at once. And this right here just brilliantly illustrates that process. Look at it. Step 1, small effort, tiny result. You can barely even see it. Step 2, same thing. Step 3, step 4, it's maddening. You're putting in the work, but the needle just isn't moving. But, and this is the key, if you can just stay in the game long enough, you hit step 5. All that consistent, stored-up effort ignites into an explosive, totally game-changing result. So how in the world do you survive long enough to even see that explosion? You have to make a critical mindset shift. You have to stop chasing the result and learn to love the process. You have to fall in love with what we'll call the boring work.
This shows the two paths, plain and simple. On the left, that's the wrong focus. You're just chasing the trophy, you need the applause, you're always looking for a hit of motivation. Honestly, that's a recipe for quitting. The right focus is all about the input. It's about loving the process, beating on your craft every single day, and doing the tedious tasks that you know other people just won't do.
And this boring work is everywhere. It's Michael Phelps swimming endless unseen laps in a cold pool. It's Steve Jobs getting obsessed with calligraphy, a skill that seemed completely useless for years until it redefined personal computing. For you, it might be double-checking that email for the 10th time, or writing that follow-up sequence you're absolutely dreading. This is where greatness is forged.
And the reward for focusing on the input is so much better than a trophy. You get something called built belief. Now, this isn't empty self-talk or some rah-rah motivation. It is a deep, unshakable confidence that comes from a stack of physical proof. It's knowing, deep in your bones, that you are who you say you are because you did the work when no one was watching. Your confidence is literally built on competence.
Okay, but let's be real. Even with the right focus, it's still going to get hard. It is still going to be painful. But I want to give you a powerful way to reframe this. I want you to start seeing that pain not as a signal to stop, but as a down payment on your future success.
This is a concept called the selection effect. And the idea is that the difficulty, the struggle, the soul-crushing nature of the work, it's not a bug, it's a feature. It's a filter. That wall you keep hitting, that's a gift, because it is the exact same wall that eliminates everyone else who isn't as committed as you are.
So from now on, I want you to change your emotional response to hardship. I want you to actually get happy when it gets hard, smile when it feels impossible, because you know with absolute certainty that this moment right here, this is the exact moment where your competition is giving up. This is where you separate yourself from the pack. Okay, so we've covered the theory. We understand the lag, the geometric explosion, the selection effect. But you know what? Knowledge is completely useless without action. It's time to execute.
Look ahead. 2026 is a blank page. This rocky cut scene you're living through right now isn't the whole movie. It's just the montage. It's the part that makes the ending epic.
So stop waiting to feel motivated. Stop scrolling for inspiration. Just execute the day.
So the final question isn't about what you're going to do. It's not about your plans or your resolutions. Talk is cheap. The only question that matters is this: when the time comes, will you be able to show me that you got it done?